Hello Libra, Libra Rising and Libra Moon people. This is your weekly astrological and card horoscope for the week starting April 17th, 2017. And a quick reminder for all of you out there, I'm putting up another special video. I've decided I wanted to put at least 2 special videos up a month that are not, just part of the usual horoscope routine. And this one's going to be talking about recovering post-Venus retrograde, the Venus shadow. What lessons still need to be learned, and what we can do to take advantage of this opportunity to make things right, make things better. So that'll be coming out here pretty soon, so stay tuned for that. And of course, if you ever want to get a session with me, you can always follow the links below, or go to integrativemysticism.com. So what is going on with your astrology this week, Libra? Well, on Monday, we've got a really nice setup happening with the Sun in your 7th house of one-on-one relationships, your closest partnerships. So we talk about your boyfriend, girlfriend, BFF, husband, wife, business partner, roommate, all of those closest, the people you spend all your time with in the most, in the tightest one-on-one relationships, forming a gorgeous connection to Saturn, currently retrograde in your 3rd house of communications, pacts, and promises. And remember, with Saturn retrograde, from now until July, we're working on trying to get rid of policies, rules, standards, expectations that do more harm than good, whether they are, rules that are set in place in a business partnership, whether it's, rules in a household, or possibly even just internal policies and mentalities and complexes that need to go. Now, this is a nice angle for a lot of you because something that's been inhibiting you from either getting down to work with a partner, or getting closer to a partner, or maybe even just, maybe again rearranging the terms of this connection, is going to be out of the way. So if there has been a problem with, say, moving somebody in, there's been a problem with getting a business started, maybe there's been just a challenge in, seeing if so-and-so it really is available for, a little bit more on the romantic side, that whatever's inhibiting it, let's put it that way, that influence that's inhibiting it will be on the outs, luckily making more room and time for both of you. Later on in the week, we've got the Sun newly moved into Taurus, into your 8th house of shared resources and passive income, forming a tight conjunction with Mercury, currently retrograde in this area. And a lot of you Libra people may be out there on the receive. You may be getting something back this week, something that you have invested time, energy, and money in, but you have not seen a return on. Now, if this might be things that you've loaned to people, this might be something that, you've kind of gotten started on, but you're not seeing a payoff, you're not seeing pay dirt yet. This goes back to probably about, I'm going to say December, November. So what have we been waiting for to germinate, that we've kind of, again, been investing a lot of time, energy, and money into, that's not showing growth? This Mercury retrograde, again, puts you on the take, so to speak, or on the receive. So something is coming back to you. So what is going on with your cards then this week? Well, for your spiritual advice, we do have the card of the Elf Queen. And the Elf Queen talks about, I'm almost wondering, did you have this last week? I don't know, I'm getting deja vu here. The Elf Queen does talk a lot about the need to kind of step up and be the leader that you've avoided being. Sometimes we're afraid to be popular, to lose popularity points to be a good leader. Now, there's also such a thing as being a bad leader. When you think about somebody who's just more in charge of being the dictator and the delegator, as opposed to somebody who knows what's going on, knows how the company or the group or whatever, the ins and outs of it go, the Elf Queen is basically saying you're going to have to take on the role of, maybe saying things that are not exactly popular for the greater good. And this week this could mean having that sit down with certain coworkers, with certain family members and things like that, household members that you have been letting get away with basically being a liability for too long. Okay, now again, it's not about firing people or kicking people out of your life and things like that. In fact, the Elf Queen can talk about a need to pay attention to where sometimes, again, those dramatic cutoffs, those over-dramatic, just, hack and burn, swath of destruction kind of things, that's bad leadership too. That's just a runaway pretending to be a leader. What needs to happen is that, somebody does need to be called out, though. And this week, being the leader, you can't worry about whether or not you're popular with this person. He or she is absolutely going to need to understand where they've been kind of getting by with doing less than expected of them for so long. Okay, so again, it's the burden of leadership. but you're in charge. For your Earth sector, when it comes to your work and finances, we do have the Knight of Swords reversed. So there could be some clashes going on at the workplace this week or around a financial discussion with another air sign, an Aquarius, a Gemini, or even a Libra like yourself. Now the problem is with the Knight of Swords reversed is that a lot of anger and a lot of anxiety can come from an inability to articulate or organize one's thoughts. So you definitely don't want to be that person either. But I think that what could happen is that, again, in a confrontation with somebody that, you know, we honestly think is a good friend or a good worker or a good, you know, whoever, we may have to call them out on something they're not prepared to be called out on. You know, and the Knight of Swords reverse can say, if a person can't articulate, you know, and actually have a constructive dialogue, they may, you know, raise the roof. You know, I posted a meme on Facebook the other day, you know, it's like, you know, raise the value of your argument, don't raise your voice. You know, and sometimes people can't do that right away, so there may be some infighting going on. On a financial level, though, the Knight of Swords reversed is a good thing, believe it or not. Just be careful not to be too forceful. If you are trying to, again, move something out of your way, or to, again, seize or collect, again, as we saw with that Mercury and the Sun conjunction, something that you've been waiting on for at least probably the last 4 to 6 months, there is an opportunity for you to finally get a cash, you know, payout or something like that coming your way too. But we may have to battle for it a little bit, because this, and I'll give you a clue. Again, like I said, this person is not the best arguer, so you know, this person is not very good at sort of standing their ground. So you're going to want to handle this with care. For your communications with air, when it comes to your friends, your relatives, the others in your life, we do have the Death card upright. Now, the Death card honestly can be an end that we see coming. Okay. It's not something that's a big surprise. You may have been finding out that a friend or a relative has already been kind of broadcasting this plan of action that they were going to do for a long time, and now they're just finally implementing it. But the Death card does change our availability with them, their availability with us, as well as it might change the dynamics of a social group or even a family situation quite seriously. You know, if a friend has decided and set their mind on moving, on quitting their job, or getting a divorce, or breaking up, or, you know, anything like that, the Death card upright can indicate a shift in how we have that dynamic this week. Again, this is not a surprise. This person may have been talking about it for a long time. Some people need to say they're going to do it a million years, and then they finally do it. But we have them commencing on that. The nice thing about the Death card is this looks like something you've been encouraging for a long time. So if you've been asking for them or hoping for them to finally declutter their life in this way, they are going to be doing it, and that could actually, again, change things for the better for you. For your challenge this week with fire, we do have the Two of Pentacles reversed. This card is a challenge, is basically saying, you know, this week it's got to be about downsizing for a lot of you Libra people. Where can you start to downsize a little bit of, you know, where you can't actually carry every obligation that you thought you could? You know, this could be, you know, a situation where you've kind of noticed your schedule getting out of control, or maybe it's an issue where, you know, we have to assert some boundaries or some limitations on your availability. Because the Two of Pentacles reverse can indicate that there may be a tough choice to be made between, you know, say 2 big goals that you and your partner have for your future. Maybe we're actually downsizing a little bit when it comes to how we're able to, you know, what we're able to do and make happen for our kids. Maybe we're trying to downsize a little bit in our social circle. But what's happening here is we're trying to get, you know, we're trying to put our investments in what is strongest, what is going to proliferate the best. And the Two of Pentacles reverse can kind of say, where have we maybe neglected something that has true potential because we're trying to give all our energy to something that doesn't necessarily have it. And so we need to be able to downsize in the right way, in the right direction this week. For your emotions with water and your romantic life, we've got the Six of Wands reversed. And this could be an interesting card for a lot of you, because even though it's reversed, this can actually have its share of positive energy to it. Because we have backpedaling going on. Yes, there is backpedaling, but this could be a situation that calls you, Libra, to give a second chance to somebody. You know, maybe you've dumped somebody, or you turned somebody down if you're single, and we kind of realize that we might have done that in the heat of the moment. If you need a chance to kind of get that back, you know, swallow your pride, you will have a chance to get that done. Besides, you never know, maybe that was somebody you should have taken a chance on in the first place. Or the reverse could happen. Again, when we have, the Six of Wands reversed, somebody could be backpedaling on their decision. Somebody could be backpedaling on their decision and finally, really giving this a shot when, maybe they made their decision a bit prematurely. Again, little heat of the moment kind of stuff. The Six of Wands reversed for coupled Libras is a little bit different. The Six of Wands reversed is saying that you and your partner are going to make a unified agreement to back out of a commitment that you have both recently made. Now, it's not backing out of a commitment you've made to each other, but some course of action that the two of you have decided to embark on, but you realize maybe step 2 and 3 out of 10, we're just not going to finish this up. And that's okay to do too. We may decide that we want to back out of the house situation that we looked into, a vacation plan that we had. Again, there's a lot of things going on here. Maybe we have to, back out of a certain commitment or a certain plan or agenda that we've set for one of our children or another family member. It's okay to do that. It actually is better if you can own it. And you know what? A better alternative will present itself later. So that is your horoscope, Libra. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please like, share, and subscribe. You know I appreciate it. And of course, if you ever want to get a session, you can always follow the links below, or go to integrativemysticism.com.